Here's a simple interest problem where they want us to find the simple interest rate. Okay, so it says find the simple interest rate on a principal of $8,000, that's what you're starting with, which was invested for 15 years and then had a value of $12,500. So we have our formula over here. Simple interest equals P times R times T. P is the principal. Okay, think about your pal that's been with you since the beginning. R is the rate. When we multiply, we're going to use the decimal form. And T is the time in years. So let's go ahead and label the things that we know and that we're looking for. Okay, we're going to have simple interest, we're going to have principal, we're going to have rate, and we're going to have time. Okay, so in the problem it says find the simple interest rate, so we do not know that. That's what we're looking for. On a principal of 8,000, so our P is 8,000. Invested for 15 years, so time is 15. And then we have a value of 12,500. Okay, so the 12,500 is going to be your ending balance, your ending value, but that's not the interest. The interest is how much money that you made on that $8,000. So to find the simple interest, we need to take our ending balance, our 12,500, and find out what's the difference between that and our original amount. Okay, so difference means subtraction, and we're going to see that the interest that we made is that $4,500, which gets us from 8,000 to 12,500. All right, now let's copy down our formula, and we're going to plug in and we're going to solve. Okay, here's a formula. Let's go ahead and plug in. Simple interest is 4,500. Our principal is 8,000. Our rate, we don't know. That's our variable that we're going to solve for. We just leave it as R. And then our time is 15. Okay, so now we need to solve for R. We need to get this grumpy old R by itself. We could do this in 2 steps or 1 step. If you want to multiply these two things together, you can do that. But I'm just going to do it in 1 step. I realized to get R by itself, it is multiplied times 8,000 and it's multiplied times 15. So I'm going to divide both sides. I'll divide out the 8,000 and the 15. And the reason I do that, 8,000 cancels out, 15 cancels out, leaves me with 1 R by itself. And if I divide the right-hand side by 8,000 times 15, yes, I need to do the same thing to the left-hand side. Okay, and now this is something that I can just put in my calculator. Be careful with the bottom. I'm going to use a set of parentheses around both of these. Okay, and we'll make sure that this makes sense. So 4,500 divided by, open parentheses, 8,000 times 15, and then close parentheses. That's going to make sure that my 15 is on the bottom, equals, and I get a nice number of 0.0375. So that makes me feel good when I get a nice number like this. Now this is the decimal. They're probably going to ask you for the rate as a percentage. So to turn a decimal to a percent, you move the decimal over 2 places, and then you put the little percent sign. So this is going to be 3.75, and then you know the percent sign, it's like a 100, like a 1 with 2 zeros. And that is going to be our simple interest rate.